So this last page just has some matching to get the basic idea of the skewed, mound shaped, and then also what does standard deviation kind of tell us. So this says the standard deviation is the average distance between each data value and the mean. Now that you have seen where one standard deviation from the mean looks like with two examples, you can start to look at data distributions and estimate the standard deviation for the data. So we're going to look at these four. We have A, B, C, and D. Two are skewed, two are approximately symmetric or mound shaped. The mean for each graph is 100, and the standard deviation is either 10 or 40. So we're going to scroll up here. If you have your packet, you should be able to see these numbers a little better. I'm zoomed out a little bit just so that we can see the answers and the graphs. So first off, it looks like histogram 1 and histogram 3 are my ones that are mound shaped. We're going to start on those. Which one looks like it has a standard deviation of 10, and which one looks like it has a standard deviation of 40? Well, this one, if I start at the 100 and I go out 40, right, I would end up out here. So we want that standard deviation to kind of include an average distance. So that does not look like anything's that far. So we are assuming this one if we went 10 away from the 100. And I know it's hard to read. This is the number 100. If you have a packet, you should be fine. Yeah, that looks kind of like average. Some are further away, some are closer, but it looks like that one matches up. So we're going to say that this is A. That should conclude, and I will zoom in now for this. Let's just delete that weird picture. Down here, we'll zoom in just a little bit so we can see the numbers on this graph. So this one, if I start from here, this is where 100 would be, and I go out 40, these look like they're by 20, that looks correct for the standard deviation. So that is going to be, oops, and I put the wrong thing on here. Okay, this is mound shape with a standard deviation of 10. So this one should have been B. Okay, mound shaped, standard deviation of 10. The one on the bottom is mound shaped and a standard deviation of 40. So we'll scroll down and we'll label this C. So my graphs, my histograms 2 and 4. We'll go back to the other zoom. 2 and 4 are skewed, right? They're skewed in this direction, skewed to the right. If I look here, we said the mean is 100 for both of these graphs. Okay. So based on the numbers on the bottom of this one, we'll go back to our zoom. It definitely looks like the 10 is more reasonable for this graph, and the 40, we can even see the scale is different, is more reasonable for that graph in terms of a standard difference. And skewed graphs, it kind of skews the standard deviation weird, and it's not as easy to see as the mound shape, but that looks like that's correct for those. So this would be A with the 10, and this would be D with the 40 for my skewed graphs.